I am married 14 years as of June 5th this year.
Oh, congrats.
And thank you. And prior to that, I had some lengthy relationships.
Okay.
2 5-year and a one, I think it was almost 7 years. 2 were former pimps, believe it or not. The third one was my trick that I wanted to marry. And then I married the guy that is my husband, Oz Fox. So.
For the viewers watching who don't know what a trick is, what is a trick? And maybe the other girls can also weigh in.
I apologize. A trick is it's a customer, client, a mark, a John, someone that pays for sex.
I
find it disrespectful. I call they're people, they're humans, they're my friends.
That's why I said
don't
client
call them
too.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard marks is sometime. Is that
sometimes
also a term?
When the old term from the 80s and 90s,
not like
Mark. Marks.
But like,
that's just what we would use.
He's a mark.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's an
I just call it
easy
a customer. It's just a
Okay.
customer.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That too, we used to use that term, customer.
Okay, got it. Okay. And you were at one point, was it either dating or wanting to get married to one of the tricks?
It was really weird. I was coming to him because I was getting really mad because I was single.
Okay.
And I had left my second pimp, and he helped me actually do that. And my brother, my brave brother, Chuck, brought a shotgun. It was an amazing, it should have been a movie, honestly, to the house and said, she's coming home with me tonight. And I got to leave him, thank God. But the man that I was friends with that knew about my lifestyle, that totally accepted it, he was a sweetheart of a guy, still is. He's like, let me take you out of this business. So on May 18th, 1998 is the day I quit the escort services.
In 98? Okay,
yeah,
1998.
for the first time.
So proud of you.
Yeah, thank you.
For the first time?
Yeah.
Oh, did you like have a relapse?
I kind of had a relapse in like
offense?
the beginning of 2003.
2003.
And then I overdosed on August 2nd, 2003.
Oh, OD'd. Okay.
Yeah. So then August 2nd, on cocaine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that. And then, so did you end in 2003, or how long did you continue working?
That was the last time I worked, because I worked that full year, on the strip.
See. Gotcha. And were you
as an independent?
Independent. Okay, got it. And so, but you've been married for 14 years.
Yes.
Husband's is he a singer? Is he the
he
guitarist?
sings background, but he is the lead guitarist.
Lead guitarist, that's
the
right.
band.
Gotcha.
He's been playing
Striper.
since he was 6. He's from Whittier, California.
Okay.
Really amazing person. Met me. This is part of my story.
Yeah.
As he read my MySpace.
Read your MySpace.
And said,
okay.
I like this girl. And my MySpace said X. Can I say the word with the P or not?
Prostitute?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Ex-prostitute Annie Lobert.
Okay.
And he clicked on it and he was like, who would do that? And he was totally into it and loved my story and was like, I just want to let you know that I think you're a real cool person and I'd like to see if I could talk to you.
So he sent you a private message, a DM, I guess before it was even called DMs, on MySpace.
He did. And MySpace,
okay.
I had a blog that I did that hit #1 several times in the entire world.
Oh, wow. Okay.
One said, Jesus loves prostitutes. And a lot of people disagree with me. And I'm like, that's not true. He does. So Oz saw the actual MySpace because he went to dinner with Kevin Max. And that's from a band called DC Talk. And Striper was recording their album in Las Vegas. So they went to dinner. And my best friend, Heather Veach, she went to dinner with them. And then he went to her MySpace to become her friend. He saw me and her top friends, clicked on my picture, and everything was done after that. Actually, she called me that night and said, I just met your husband. I said, what? She's like, I just met your future husband, Annie. This is the guy. And I'm like, get real, girl. You don't know. But she was right. She was like, this is the guy for you. So he got vetted like that night. It's like kind of amazing when your best friend can vet somebody that they know is good for you. It's
And
something you can trust.
You said that, so he saw your profile on MySpace that you had written that former, was it escort? What did you have written on your MySpace?
Ex-prostitute.
Ex-prostitute, Annie Lobert.
You know what? Actually, it said ex-hooker.
Ex-hooker.
Sorry, I misquoted myself. Ex-hooker.
Okay.
How long had you been out of the industry?
When I first met Oz, it was in 2007. So 4 years, 5 years almost.
Did you have a Friendster too?
What's a Friendster?
Friendster's like the even before MySpace, social
No,
media site.
MySpace was my first
That was your first-
experiment.
okay.
I will never forget writing in that space the first time.
But
ever.
so your husband, he told you that like he saw that on your MySpace, and is that I think you already said it, but what did he say? He said, "That's when I knew that she was the one." Is that, or like he was just intrigued?
Was very intrigued by me. He loved
Okay.
the way I look. First of all, like, duh, you're gonna attract somebody.
Did
you're not
you
gonna
have
be,
the same hairstyle back then, or was it a little
No,
different?
it was black and blonde. So it was
Oh, okay.
black on the bottom and it was a little shorter and blonde
Yeah.
on top.
2000. Wait, was this in 2004, 2005?
2000. When he saw my space, it was 2007.
Oh, 2007.
When he saw my picture, yes.
Okay, that was like peak emo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you
Yes.
have hairstyle makes
Yeah.
sense? Did
Yeah.
you have
We
an
were young.
emo thing going
You
on?
know
Era.
what? I'm going to tell you guys, that time was such a magical time in my life because social media had just become this cool thing, right? Facebook was like, ugh, we don't do Facebook. Nothing was invented yet. It was, MySpace was like the thing. And I had such a blast writing blogs. It was like my little space to kind of vent. And yeah, it was just really powerful, and it was really neat because when Oz read my story, which I was really honestly upset at the time at my two ex-pimps, but I only told on one of them. And I admitted what I had done, and, you know, the drugs towards the end. I was sober the first 10 years of my lifestyle when I was working in the adult entertainment industry, and actually in the beginning enjoyed it. And I was a stripper as well, so I enjoyed entertaining men.
Gotcha. Okay, so one question about the band, Striper.
Striper, yeah.
Has it always been a Christian glam rock band?
They didn't start as Striper. They were called Rock's Regime in the very beginning.
Yeah.
And my husband kind of subbed and came in. They asked him to come and play.
Yeah.
And then they were playing, and these kids would line up at the Brother Sweet's house while they played in their garage.
Sure.
They would line across the blocks, and these kids would just come see him play. And one of their friends said, "Hey, why don't you guys do something different?" Gosh, I don't want to mess this story up.
It's okay.
I try to
was just
remember how it
curious.
went,
It's
but
okay.
they said, "Hey guys, wouldn't it be cool if you dedicated your lives to Jesus and your music?"
Yeah.
And they were like,
I love that.
"Okay, let's do it." And they did it. They were already filling the clubs on Hollywood Boulevard, but this took them to a new level. They got so much attention. All of a sudden, they got a record deal. All of a sudden, they're on MTV. Most requested video of the day. I mean, it was crazy. It was like a whirlwind for them. And
your organization, it's Hookers for Jesus.
Yes.
Okay. Actually, we should maybe a little later, Nick, if you can pull up that Instagram account, because there's some interesting posts on there. So Hookers for Jesus. Does anybody challenge you on that? Like, how does
all the time,
like,
Brian.
how's that possible? You know, because I was thinking like atheists for Jesus.
You know, I understand
That's
that.
actually a thing, by the way.
You
There are
know,
atheists
and
for
I,
Jesus.
and I totally respect
makes
that.
sense.
Yeah,
That's wild.
anything, anyone wants to call themselves whatever. The name really was a joke, actually, at first,
okay.
but not in a mean way. I was actually really mad at the Vice cops. Because every time I got arrested 25 times in Las Vegas
25
Strip.
times?
25 times
my
for
gosh.
escorting.
How about the other girls here? Have you guys
Solicitation.
I've been arrested.
Yeah.
Not for
You guys
that.
been arrested?
Not for that though.
Oh, for other
I got
Crazy.
some
murder?
my clients.
Was it murder?
No, it was fighting.
Fighting.
For fighting.
Come on, girl.
I have a crazy past. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I got hands.
Oh, okay.
I was picked up.
Watch out, Madison.
But go on.
Go
Oh
on,
no!
yeah.
Oh yeah. So the name, I was driving away from church because I obviously, when I overdosed, I have this church background. I used to be a Lutheran as a little girl, and I remember my glow in dark cross, and so I kind of like gave my life towards like, I have to get my life straightened out because right now it is not going very well. And I was really mad, like I said, at the Vice cops because they'd always, whenever they arrested me or my friends, they would be like, "Look at you hoes, look at you hookers. You know, you guys are just whores. I mean, who would marry someone like you? You better get your life." I mean, just this lecture that right now they're actually changing in Las Vegas. I'm really proud of that, by the way, because I'm on the Las Vegas Task Force for Human Trafficking. And I was driving away from that church and I heard this little voice in my head. And I was like, what am I going to call myself? Because I was passing out my card that said, "Call me if you need help. My name's Annie Lobert." And I was thinking about the story of Jesus, this is so crazy.
This is actually what was I just talking
Matthew
about?
4:19 says, I will teach how to fish for people. And he said, I heard this voice in my head, you're my little hooker for Jesus because you love Jesus. And I'm going to teach you how to help the women that are being abused. So that's how the name came around.
There is a verse that
And it means, I'm sorry.
Scoot it.
It literally means fishing for people that are drowning in the dark waters of sex trafficking.
wow.
So
There was a verse I came across today, and it said, "Satan is the accuser of the brethren."
Yes.
And I was like,
Let's
wow.
continue on with the relationship status. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Well, 7